It was a bit of a rough night's sleep. There's a load of telephone wires up there behind me, and the pylon, which is one of the big pylons, like metal pylons, is constantly made at like a resonant sound. There's obviously a bad connection on it somewhere, and it was really hard to get to sleep. But anyway, last night I made some chili con carne, and before that I had some hot dogs, living on the cheap. And with the chili con carne, which I just finished off, I mixed some Uncle Ben's Mexican flavoured rice and spicy Mexican rice. And this little fella, he's been hopping about, and I've been giving him some chili con carne, which he loves. He's just getting a little bit blackbird, so I thought I'd better feed him up. He's trying to get every single little bit, look, in his beak. He's a fat bastard, so. Yeah. Some more down there, mate. You see it? No? Yeah, well, he went. Yeah, well, I woke this morning, it's drizzling with rain. As you can probably see in my tent, it's a bit wet. Yeah, don't do that. You get cold shit down your back. Yeah, I don't know how much gas is left in my stove. There's a little bit left in my stove, but yeah, I've made my coffee. I'll get some water in a bit, and that's about it. Yeah, my towel looks fairly dry underneath the tree over there, and yeah, let's see if the rain holds off. I hope it does, because I'm not really looking forward to cycling in the rain. Personally, I don't care, but as long as I'm packed up and ready to go when it's not raining, it's fine. Because I'm just chuck overalls on or whatever, coveralls on, sorry, and then be on my way. But I think it's about 10-12 miles to Cambridge, I think, from here, so it's not too far. Yeah. I'm 5 miles away from Cambridge, apparently. They said 7 miles about 7 miles ago. And yeah, so the cycle routes definitely take you a longer way, but it is nice. There isn't much in the way of hills or anything. There are a few idiot cars that try to slow down, but they don't go slow enough. And yeah, like him. Yeah, there's some serious speed bumps that way, as well as a mill. Don't know if you can see that, but there's a mill or something there. There's a picture of a historic mill, but there's no mill there at all. So I was a bit disappointed. Well, unless I just missed the mill, but it's just behind that big tree over there. And whoa, my bike nearly falling over. Yeah, so I'm going to head into Cambridge, down this little tunnel. Yeah, that tunnel there. And yeah, the sun's bright, even though it's cloudy. I don't know why. Nothing too bad in the sky today. Not allowed to see much. There's a bit of blue up there. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. There was a place called a spare shoe or lost shoe or something. It looked like a little cafe on the side of the road type thing, and that looked quite colourful and interesting to go there, but I'd only just started cycling, so I didn't want to stop for a coffee just yet. So if you get a chance to stop there, have a look. Right, I've just been through Cambridge. It was a bit overly crowded, and cyclists were flying about everywhere. I got lost and somehow managed to find my way onto the actual road I wanted somehow, and so I asked some guy where the A603 was, and on that sign behind me, I'm on the A603, I think. Yeah, it's the A603. So this takes me down to Sandy, I'm not going to go on this number 51 cycle route for the next 19 miles to Sandy, because there isn't one, except for along this side of this A road. It was a dual carriageway, but it should run all the way along till Sandy, I hope. And yeah, I'm still having a bit of trouble with my gears, changing down when I'm going up hills and all that. I'm not putting any pressure on the gear hub at all. It's just that it won't. Where I've got my adjuster bit here, it's at too much of an angle going around my bike to slacken off fully, and so yeah, I'll try and get that sorted out tonight when I make camp. But I'm going for Sandy at the minute. I'm going for Sandy at the minute, and then hopefully 10 miles to Bedford. It said on the sign back there, 18 miles to Sandy and 29 miles to Bedford. So get to Sandy, I'll have something to eat. I had something in Cambridge, a nice burger, lush burger, for £4.80, including a can of Dr Pepper or whatever it was. It was a bit steep, but I don't really mind at the minute. I was a bit hungry, but I did actually go in a bakery in a proper Cornish pasty shop, like a proper one, and yeah, so a large sausage roll was £2.50, so I thought, F that, and that's putting it rather nicely, obviously, and yeah, so I just have to deal with this, and I'll see what happens when we get to Sandy. It's a lovely place, Cambridge. And you just need a couple of days to explore Cambridge, otherwise it's a bit pointless going, and I regret going through the city centre. Well, I don't regret it, but I wish I had just kept on, I wish the Sustrans bike routes bypass the outskirts rather than going through the town centres. I suppose it is a good thing when you want food and tourism and that, but when you're on a time trial, well, not time trial, but when you want to save time like me, you want to do 50-60 miles in a day, then it's not too beneficial. But yeah, I'm going to go, but there's lots of cyclists coming. I'm blocking up the whole path with my big bike, so I'll see what happens. Right, I thought I was in Sandy, but I'm in somewhere called Potton, which looks on the map to be 2 or 3 miles away. Sandy, village or town of Sandy, is about 5-6 miles away from Bedford, so hopefully I'll get past Bedford today. I've got my pint of milk and chili con carne, and don't know what that is, apricot halves. Don't like apricot pots that much, but they keep fit. So I'll let you know if we're getting to Bedford or not. Right, I've just come into Bedford County, well, a while ago. The time is now, oh fucking hell, it's 4:15 now. I was in Sutton or somewhere, where I had my pint of milk earlier. That was 3:15, and that was 4:15. It's taken me an hour to get down the bloody road. But it's been enjoyable. I found the cycle route. It's going down that way behind me, and that's the way I've come. And there's like a bird aviary or something behind me, and then there's another church, and then whatever that thing is, I do not know what that thing is. Maybe a lodge of some type, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just a bird thing. Can't really tell nowadays. They're all pretty old buildings. I mean, that church is probably the newest thing there. The birdhouse there is probably the oldest thing. And but yeah, I'm going down that road there, and Bedford is about 5 miles away. Well, I'm in Bedford, and yeah, just chilling. I'll give you a view. There's a few cyclists about just the right number. There's a little bit of traffic on the road. It is rush hour. It's about like, don't know what time it is. Well, it's 5:10 now. So I'm in Bedford, which doesn't really make sense. Well, actually it does. I've been here about half an hour, 45 minutes, pissing about, just chilling, and yeah, I don't know what to do. It's got a nice vibe here, you know, and I want to stay here a night, but I don't know. I'll look for somewhere to camp. A couple of miles that way, a couple of miles down the road, there's a cycle path. Getting dodgy looks off people for talking to myself, but it's alright. And I'll have Saturday night, then let you know what I'm doing, I think. Right, I found my campsite for the night. It's in the back of a pub. The pub's called the Checkers, and it's a family-run business. And yeah, I'd just like to say that Bedford, cycling to Bedford from Sandy was absolutely gorgeous. It's all flat, and I mean near enough all flat. And there's Route 50, it's like Route 51. If you go off the trail, it's easy to find your way back on it. There's plenty of signposts all around. Just look for the blue sign, and you'll get back on it. And yeah, so now I'm at a pub in Wootton, Wootton, and that's next to the A421 between Bedford and Milton Keynes. It's about 4 or 5 miles outside of Bedford, and yeah, it's been a lovely day. There's all planes going and that. The only thing is there's a pylon thing right next to my tent, which you can hear a bit, but it should be alright. I'm really tired. I see really big bags under my eyes because I'm really tired. I look old, and well, I'm 27 apparently, and but I look older, and hopefully in the morning I'll look younger, all refreshed. But I had some fish and chips in Bedford. Here in Bedford, sitting in the park, lovely place. I wish I'd stayed there. I'd like to live there actually. I really honestly would. It's a really nice place. I don't do cities. I'm a country bumpkin. I would like to live 20 miles away from nowhere in the middle of Dorset if I could, in a caravan in the woods or in a field somewhere, away from everyone and everything. But saying that, Bedford is a really nice place. I'm just checking out my Zoom. I've never seen that before. And yeah, I got a decent of that in my teeth. And yeah, anyway, not talking about my disgusting teeth. Yeah, so I'm just past Bedford, following Route 51. By the looks of this map, it should, well, you can see the Sustrands. I've got the whole United Kingdom Sustrans map just as a rough guide, and it says from Bedford into Milton Keynes, and part of it is off-road, which is really good to see. And it looks as if go through maybe Cransfield, maybe to Milton Keynes, I'm not too sure, but all the back roads it seems to be following. And then so tomorrow I'll hit Milton Keynes in the morning, well about midday, it will depend on what time I get up, and Oxford is a little way away, it's not too far, it's about 20, no, it's about 30 miles away, so it's not actually that far. And but then again, the cycle route 51 does take you a long way around, but it's nicer. and from what I've seen so far, it's not like cycle route number 3 in Devon and Cornwall, where it's just taking you up all the scenic routes, all the massive hills and everywhere. This cycle route's just going to where you want to go, the second quickest route type thing. And yeah, so hopefully I'll get to Oxford tomorrow. My mate hasn't texted me back, Johnny hasn't texted me back yet. He said pop in when I'm coming down his way, so I texted him today saying, hey mate, are you about tomorrow? And he hasn't replied, and text him again saying, is this still your number? It delivered the the text delivered to the number, but I didn't get a reply, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll get out of Milton Keynes, and yeah, tomorrow it looks like Milton Keynes to Winslow. Milton Keynes to Winslow. Where the hell is Winslow? I can't even see it on my map, but it says it on there, and on the Sustrans map. Got a slug in my bloody bag. Fuck off, bloody thing. And yeah, but yeah, it says Milton Keynes to Winslow to Bicester or whatever, and then Kidlington, and then Oxford. And on here it says Milton Keynes. Oh, there's Winslow, and it must follow this road here, Bicester, down into Oxford via some road that is a back road. None of them go straight there, unfortunately, now I'm looking at it, but it should be alright. I hope it's alright, otherwise it's a long cycle. But like I say, 30 miles on the map, about 45 minutes, I wish. About 40 to 45 miles following the route, the cycle route 51, I believe. I'm not too sure yet because I haven't cycled it yet, but we will find out. Today was an average day. I didn't cycle that far, but I did, however, instead of passing, because was I in Cambridge today? I must have been. I've marked it down. I've no idea. It's all a blur. But yeah, it's Cambridge. That's where I stayed last night. I cycled all the way down there, all the way over, and now we're in Bedford, and that's where we are, just there, Wooton. And so a page and a half is good. So Milton Keynes to Oxford shouldn't be a problem. So I'll see how it goes. And I don't think there's anything else to say apart from it was raining this morning. I got a wet tent and I unpacked it now, and it was still wet, obviously, and now it's just starting to dry out a bit. So that'll be alright. Cool, right, I'll have a little have a fag and a smoke and whatever, and then go for a pint in the pub. I can't remember the lady's name, but she's nice girl, and yeah, it's good to be out in the wilderness. Well, I say wilderness. The middle of England isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I saw it on Google Earth, and basically I'm thinking, oh, there's a town here, here and here. There's not going to be any countryside or anything like that. And I live here as well. Not here, but like in England, and I'm surprised how much countryside there is, to be honest. Everyone reckons the world's overpopulated. I really don't see that here, honestly. Maybe in China or Japan or New York or somewhere, maybe, yes. But the simple option is move out of the big cities, spread out. We're already spread out, but spread out evenly. You know, you can't just stay in, like Felixstowe. Everyone says, oh, it's a dead-end town. Yeah, it is a dead-end town. There's the A14 going in, the A14 going out, There's literally no other roads apart from through Curtin, but that's just beyond the A14 anyway, so no matter what you do, you're going on or over the A14. And yeah, basically nothing's going to change. Everyone wants out of Felixstowe or out of Ipswich, or they say wherever you live, you might say, oh, this is a hole, I want to get out. But you'll never get out until you actually do something about it and get out. But you need somewhere else to go first, and then you can go there and do whatever you want. But anyway, my battery's running low. I'll have to charge it up. I feel it's done well, really. It's the third day of recording, and yeah, I'm just thinking, being a tree surgeon, they should have lopped the other half of that top, the other top half of that tree out, and for them power lines. But oh well, it's not my garden. Wish it was. They've got a bowls thing there as well. They've got a bowls thing, which is quite good. And yeah, basically, right, I best roll a fag and then have a smoke, and then go and say hello again to the landlady and that. Right, it's about 10, 10:15 at night. I've had a couple of bitters. There's a good atmosphere. Well, it was a good atmosphere until I left the pub. Now it's just really, well, not quiet, because you can hear the road a little bit, but I don't know, this might be because I've had a couple of beers or something, and I'm quite hyped up because of all my cycling I've done. But there's I've got a funny feeling for some reason, and I don't normally get them. But yeah, it's a nice little pub. Had a couple of pints, called the Brackerspear or something, bitter, and that was nice. I don't really know how well this will pick the lighting up, but on see it's showing a little bit. It's the first time we use this camera at night, so I hope it works. Otherwise I'll use my torch next time, but I might look kind of scary under torchlight. But yeah, there's there's a couple of satellites on sea and aeroplanes going past. There's a bat going past, and yeah, it should be a good night's sleep, I think. Well, anyway, good night. I hope I reach Oxford tomorrow. According to the map, it should be fine. Route 51 ends at Oxford, and from there, I really don't have a clue where to go. There is a lot of bats around here, and it's really good to see that. That means there's a lot of wildlife, and yeah. There's mosquitoes. There's bloody mosquitoes as well. I just realised. Hello. Oh, mate. Well, that was cool. A bat just flew around and then went in circles around my head. Like, here it comes again. Where is it? It might be coming straight for you if you can't see it, so you have to look out. Right, I'm going to finish this fag and then go to bed. So, good night.